Okay, good. Do your best to cut a perfectly straight line all the way from the tip of the leaf to the stem. The goal is to make a clean incision all the way along that central vein. That's where the juices are most potent. Uh-huh. That's. Ooh. Try to hold your hand a little steadier. You're wobbling a bit. No, it's okay. We have plenty of goblin's ear to work with. It's a very common plant, as I'm sure you know. It's a little more difficult to extract magic imbued fluids from it than some others. But if you learn how, you'll never have a shortage of healing potions. Okay, now that you've made that incision, crush the leaf with the side of the knife. You'll have to do it gently, pushing slightly towards the base of the leaf. If you don't, you'll water the juices down with the weaker stuff. That's... yeah, that won't work. You press too hard. No, it's alright. Don't be discouraged. Here, let's try again. Okay, let's get another. Oh, did you only put one leaf in the mineral water bath? No, don't worry. I forgot to specify. That's on me. I'll tell you what. Let's take a break and have some tea while the leaves soak. Sure. I made sure to heat up the water ahead of time. Well, thank you. That's one of the traits of a good alchemist, you know. Always being prepared. Come here. Let's sit on the couch where we'll be more comfortable. While we let the tea steep, how about we go over the basics of alchemy again? I know, but it's important to know them by heart. So, the first step is preparation. Good. Sometimes we can skip that step with minerals that have magical properties, but for magical plants and animals, it's absolutely vital. They often grow to great lengths to keep their magical essence protected. So you need to prepare the ingredients to get much of them in the next step. Speaking of what is the next step? Exactly. Extraction is essentially what makes alchemy. Pulling the magical essence of ingredients allows you to make all sorts of things. As such, it's the most important step to get right. That's why I'm starting you off with an ingredient with a slightly more complicated extraction process. It's the fastest way to become a good alchemist. No, I'm not trying to get rid of you. You can be my apprentice for as long as you like. But the faster that you progress, the sooner we can get to the really fun stuff. That's okay. The exact wording isn't that important, so long as you know the principle behind it. Incorporation is the word you were looking for. Incorporation is where you imbue something. That something is called the regent. With the essence you extracted. Sometimes the regent needs some preparation of its own in order to receive the essence. Other times, a catalyst is needed to complete the incorporation. There. That wasn't so bad, was it? And we finished just in time. I think the tea is ready. You know, I think I told you this before, but making tea is a little like alchemy. Do you think you could guess which step is which? Close. I'd say the preparation step is when we cut and dry the herbs and boil the water. Extraction is when we steep the herbs in the water. And incorporation is when we pour it and add sugar, milk, and whatever else. Yeah, see? It makes a lot more sense when you think of it that way. Alchemy is more fun than making tea, in my opinion. But the end products are usually more practical than enjoyable. I hope you like the tea as much as I do. Good. But you have a bit of sour expression. What's the matter? Oh, I see. Well, don't beat yourself up about it too much. If alchemy were something you could do perfectly on the first try, everyone would be doing it. You know, this is the same recipe my teacher started me off with. And let me tell you, It was just as frustrating for me. I went through, let's see, probably 5 leaves before I had a passable result. And that was just the extraction step. That's the funny thing. Technically, the extraction step is supposed to be the hardest part of this recipe. But for me, I really struggled with incorporation. It's really more art than science. Personally, I think you'll excel when you get to that step, though. Sure, you already have a real knack for finding good ingredients. Usually it takes a lot of experience to learn how to pick the best ones, but you seem to do it instinctively. I have a theory about that. Ultimately, what makes a good alchemy ingredient is a powerful, magical essence. I think you have the innate talent to sense magic. I can't be completely sure of it, but I think it's pretty likely. And I mean that you have strengths that I don't. I tend to take a rather scientific approach to alchemy, but magic is an important part of it. And I think you could tap into the mystical side of it. Oh, absolutely. I really mean that. I think we can make an incredible team. I know you aren't really looking to become a career alchemist, but if you ever change your mind, I bet we could really go far together. So, how are you feeling? Ready to give it another go? Great. The leaves should have soaked for long enough by now. Come here. Let's try again. Okay, so take a leaf and make the incision. Yes, there you go. Better. Not perfect, but you cut a lot straighter this time. That'll make it easier. Okay. Let's try crushing again. Remember, gently pressing slightly towards the base. You're doing much better, but be a little more gentle. It's a delicate plant, especially after the soak. You don't need much force at all. Just a bit more. There. You did it. Well, it wasn't perfect, of course. The healing potion will be bit weak, but it will definitely be serviceable. I'm really impressed you picked this up so fast. Oh, that's sweet. Well, maybe I am a pretty good teacher, but being a good teacher only matters if he has a good student. Okay. Let's keep this momentum going into the incorporation step. We just need some of the middle water we use for the bath poured into the vial about 2/3 of the way. The next part is going to happen pretty fast, so be ready. You're going to pour all the juices you extracted into the vial, close it up quickly, and start swirling around to mix it. You mostly want to go, figure 8 motion, but it gets a bit complicated. It's a unique every time. Without going into detail, the exact mineral contents of the plants and water affects how it needs to be stirred. That's why we use the same water we soaked the goblin's ear in. It equalizes the mineral amounts a bit to make it easier. But to make a successful potion, you need to watch it very carefully. If you're doing it right, it will start to turn red. If it starts turning clear again, you need to adjust. It's something you need to get a feel for. Alright, give it a try. You'll know you're finished once it starts changing color. Once it stops, rather. Unlike the crushing part, it needs a bit more first. You can stir it faster. Good, good. Oh. Look at that beautiful shade of red. You're doing so well. And you've done it. My word. You made a potion on your second attempt. I really think you have a knack for this. Let's see. I'll appraise it to see just how well you did. Yep. As I thought. This is a lesser healing potion. Oh, don't be disappointed. I don't think there's ever been an alchemist whose first potion wasn't of lesser quality. That's just how it goes. You should be proud you managed to make a potion at all on your first day. And lesser healing potions have their uses. If you use a really strong potion for small injuries, you can get some unpleasant side effects. Jitters, dizziness, that sort of thing. So, you really want a lesser potion for something like a cut. Anyway, I think I was right. To do so well incorporating it, you must have some sort of magic sense. I'll be interested to see how that develops. Well, I had set aside a lot more time for this. Maybe we should have a lesson on exactly how these steps lead to a potion. On second thought, I think you've earned a break. How about I make us a victory dinner? Or, I guess, more like a victory lunch. Great. I think I have everything I need. You can go pour yourself some more tea while you wait. Hey, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy you became my apprentice.